All right, let's look at the homework 2.2, problem number 4. All right, so first we want to find an equation of the tangent line to this graph at the given point. So let's do that. All right, so first we need to find the derivative. So we have, first I'm gonna rewrite this. F of x can be rewritten as, all right, so you have an x, right? And the 2 is a number in front, so there's a 2 here. All right, since x is sitting on the bottom, it's going to be a negative power. And there's a square, so it's 2. And the cube root is 1/3, so it's going to be a negative 2/3 power. And you have a minus x, right? Then we can take the derivative. So f prime of x is equal to, right, so 2 was already there. Then we're going to put negative 2/3 in front and x to the, subtract 1 from the power, so it's negative 5/3, right? And then minus derivative of x is 1, right? If you clean this up, we're going to get, let's see, negative 2 times 2 is 4 over 3. Right, then you have x to the negative 5/3, right, and a minus 1, right? All right, so in order to find an equation of the tangent line, we need a couple things again, right? So first thing is we need a point, right? So I'm going to call that point x1 comma y1, and this is going to be equal to negative 1 comma 3. All right, number 2, we need a slope. So I'm going to call that m, but all you have to do is find the derivative and plug in the x1 value, which is negative 1. All right, so this is going to be negative 4/3. All right, so you have a negative 1 raised to the negative 5/3 power minus 1. All right, so you have negative 1, so negative 1 power would be reciprocal, still negative 1. Raise it negative 1 to the 5th power is still going to be negative 1. And a negative 1 to the 1/3 power or cube root of 3 is still negative 1. So this guy is still negative 1. So we have negative 5/3 times negative 1 is going to be positive 4/3. Then you're subtracting 1 from that. So you have a 1/3. All right, then the equation is going to be y minus y1, which is 3, is equal to, slope is 1/3. Then you have x minus x1 is negative 1, so x plus 1. All right. So since we have to write it in y equals form, so I'm going to actually just add 3 to both sides. Then you have a y is equal to 1/3. I'm going to go ahead and actually distribute this 1/3 times x, and then 1/3 times 1. So you have 1/3 x, all right, plus 1/3, but you're adding 3 to it, so plus 3. So this is going to be 1/3 x plus 3 is 9 over 3, so it's going to be 10 over 3. All right, so let's type it in. So we have, all right, so we have a 1/3 x plus 10 over 3. All right, so let's check the answer first. Submit for testing. All right, it came back and looks like we got this one correctly. All right, then let's move on to part B. I use a graphing utility to graph the function and its tangent line. All right, so let's do that. So I'm going to open up a graphing calculator. All right, so I'm going to go to y equals and type in the function. All right, so it's going to be 2 x raise it to the, right, x is sitting on the bottom, so it's negative power, and then 2/3, right? So it's a 2 divided by 3 power, and then minus x, so minus x, right? So then you go to graph, right? So it's going to look like this, right? So we got that. Alright, that looks good. And I'm going to add, let's see, another one. So the tangent line, which is going to be 1/3 x. So it's going to be, I'm going to write it as x divided by 3, right? Plus 10 divided by 3, right? Then sketch the graph. Alright, so it looks like that. Alright. So it looks like the very first one is going to be the correct one. Just for the heck of it, let's look at the other ones. All right, others are very different. So if you look at that, and you can see that the first picture is the correct one. All right, so I'm gonna pick that one, and let's submit for testing. All right, it came back, and it looks like we got the picture correctly. All right, so let's look at the part C. Use the tangent feature of a graphing utility to confirm your result. All right, so let's do that. So this is under draw. So if you do second draw, all right, tangent is the number 5. So choose number 5. All right. Then what you're going to do is just type in the x value. In this case, x value is -1, so you type in -1 and hit enter. All right. Then it finds the equation of the tangent line there. So slope is going to be 0.3333. So we know that this is going to be y is equal to 0.33x plus and 3.333. So it's going to be 3.33. All right, let's check the answer. All right, it came back and it looks like I didn't like my answer. I'm not sure. Maybe do this. All right, let's check the answer. Submit for testing. All right, it came back and looks like it didn't like my answer either. Maybe they're just asking for the slope. So it's going to be 0.33. All right, so let's check the answer here. All right, it came back and looks like that's what the question was looking for, but it wasn't very clear. But the slope is about 0.33. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.